is Suzanne Linfante, and I'm with the City of Reno City Manager's Office. I currently oversee the city's sustainability program. I would first like to thank the Reno Sparks Chamber of Commerce for hosting this event today. We appreciate the opportunity to share the plan, progress, goals, and updates with the community. The City of Reno adopted its master plan in 2017 following a multi-year community-based effort to prepare the new master plan known as Reimagine Reno. Throughout the Reimagine Reno process, participants expressed support for the city's sustainability initiatives and a desire for the master plan to take a stronger stance on sustainability. To identify aspirational and yet achievable actions, more than 200 community stakeholders representing a diversity of perspectives came together to develop the city's sustainability plan. We're excited to see the continued momentum here today. Since the plan's approval in July of 2019, an implementation strategy has been developed in alignment with the Reno City Council 2020 through 2025 strategic plan. Each of the goals under the 9 priorities were broken down into operational priorities, other or community-based priorities, short-term city-supported goals, and long-term city-supported goals. There has also been significant progress made under the plan, demonstrating our commitment to lead by example. In an effort to address low-carbon buildings and infrastructure, the city set and met its water reduction goal and continues to address a 20% energy reduction goal. This is mostly achieved through benchmarking and lighting projects, and we're beginning to focus on necessary behavioral changes as well in order to adopt a more strategic energy management plan. We also recently concluded an in-depth analysis of several sites for EV charging infrastructure. The analysis included energy modeling, cost modeling, and rate evaluations. By engaging in this process, we were able to identify at least 3 new sites for infrastructure. We have partnered with One Truckee River to address vegetation management constraints and are nearing completion of that study. The city is underway with a solar and storage valuation study with NREL and other local partners and co-authored a published government renewable energy expansion paper. The paper outlines the strategy for a city to set and achieve its renewable energy goals. Lastly, we completed a connectivity assessment which will inform our future master planning decisions around micromobility expansion. In an effort to create more healthy, resilient, and sustainable communities, the city has addressed several areas including waste reduction. Prior to the pandemic, the city was beginning a stakeholder process on a proposed special events waste diversion guide, and we convened a multifamily recycling group. Additional achievements include an audit and proposed efficient technologies of the new Public Safety Center, and we're in our 2nd year of our benchmarking ordinance reporting. Our urban forester is working on a priority planting area plan using heat map and demographic data. Our Parks and Recreation staff is part of the Farmers Market Voucher Program for low-income persons. Our Climate Resiliency Advisory Committee is growing and is addressing priority number 9. The city was asked to be part of the State Greenhouse Gas Emissions Working Group, and we will be featured in the state climate strategy for our recent efforts to create public-private partnerships around climate issues. As you can see, however, we can't do this alone. There are several goals under the plan that will need to be supported and often led by members of the community just like you, primarily in strengthening climate resilience and carving a path towards zero waste. A thorough analysis of existing efforts and progress is needed to ensure we're all coming together under the same goals, as well as thoughtful discussions around policy changes. We think you will enjoy today's lineup and look forward to working with each of you as we move forward with the plan.
Hello, my name is Donna Walden from GreenUP, and I am pleased to announce today the formation of the Nevada Green Business Network, part of a statewide effort to generate a green business certification program. This is good for Nevada and great for business. The Green Business Network is a collaboration of agencies and organizations committed to improving the overall environmental performance of the state by working directly with businesses to reduce energy usage, solid and hazardous waste disposal, and the amount of water used during business operations. This will help make Nevada a cleaner state, reduce its direct impact on natural resources, and help achieve its climate action goals. GreenUP and Western Nevada College partnered to secure federal funding to launch the Certified Green Business Program and to build a database to collect environmental outcomes for the state. Other network partners include the Nevada Division of Environmental Protection, Keep Truckee Meadows Beautiful, Envirolution, Green Act Nevada, Incline Village General Improvement District, and Green Vision. Together, we have statewide reach for the program. We are looking for businesses across the state to join the Nevada Green Business Program. Businesses can join in 3 easy steps. First, they register online. Businesses fill out a checklist of environmental standards and best practices specific to that business sector. Step 2 is to get assistance. A green business advisor will reach out and offer assistance to help you complete the checklist. Once the checklist has been completed, we can officially certify you as a green business. The third step is to get businesses recognized, and that's the best part. They fill out a company profile on a searchable green business directory and a Shop Green smart device app. So then the public can easily find them and purchase green. Becoming a green business is a great way to increase profitability through energy and water savings. And with today's environmentally conscious consumers, it will help attract new customers. The network will find many ways to help promote those businesses that are certified green. We encourage small to medium businesses throughout Nevada to go online to the greenbiztracker.org website to get certified. Our certification process is free, simple, and straightforward. For more information on the network, visit nvgreenbusiness.org. The Nevada Green Business Program is good for Nevada and great for business. The Nevada Green Business Network is thrilled to share the story of Davidson's Organics, the first Nevada business and manufacturer to become recognized as an innovator, the highest tier of certification awarded. Davidson's Organics is recognized around the world for its exclusive organic tea products as well as for its sustainable business practices. The company found it already was committed to 70% of the requirements established by the Green Biz Tracker certification program. For example, it ships tea in recyclable packaging and uses biodegradable and compostable packing material whenever possible. Tea waste from the manufacturing operation is composted. Working with advisors from the Nevada Green Business Network, members of the company's management team divided up the task on the certification checklist, and they got to work. A big item was cost-effective improvements of energy efficiency at the new 50,000 square foot facility. Motion sensor LED lighting was installed, walls were painted high-gloss white to reflect light throughout the building, and new skylights were installed. Every air gap from floor to ceiling was sealed, cellulose insulation was installed, and heating units were relocated to provide optimal performance. Davidson's Organics has built its business on its reputation for organic, eco-friendly, and sustainable practices. Any steps the company takes to strengthen its performance in those areas enhances its brand and reinforces its relationship with its customers. And now, co-owner Kunall Patel invites you to tour Davidson's facility.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce me.
TMCC Transition to Clean Green Energy presentation. I'm YeVonne Allen, Program Director for Equity, Inclusion, and Sustainability. That right there, that's our beautiful campus, the College for the New Nevada on Dandini Boulevard. I would like to start this presentation with a thank you to Nevada Green, GreenUP, and the Reno Sparks Chamber of Commerce for this opportunity to showcase TMCC and our recent recognition with the Golden Pinecone Sustainability Award for Clean Energy. I would be remiss if I did not give special acknowledgement and shout outs to our president, Dr. Karin Hilgersum, and to our spectacular Facilities, Operations, and Capital Planning Department. They have been the champions for our sustainability efforts. So why am I here presenting to you all? Well, this is the culmination of our path to transition to clean energy. As of December 1st, 2019, TMCC turned another shade of green by being the first institution in the Nevada system of higher education to achieve 100% renewable energy powered status. But how did we do it? Well, this particular milestone was thanks to joining the NV Energy Green Energy Rider program. This program enabled 100% of the energy service at TMCC to come from renewable energy sources. We were previously at about 25% renewable energy powered, but with this program of RE portfolio credits, we were able to achieve 100%. Along with the support and recognition from the state of Nevada and the city of Reno, we are so proud of this accomplishment. But this was years, decades in the making, really. In order for environmental sustainability to become part of the fabric of any organization, it needs to be put into words. TMCC did this with our sustainability policy, which enabled us to push forward, saying this is what we want, this is the culture and the path that we want as a college. Our steps towards clean, green energy include the 2005 start to force power shutdowns on all of our computers, the 2008 LCD monitor replacement. We all know that if you're on campus and you're still working on your computer after 7 p.m., it's going to automatically shut down. The years of transition are also thanks to a very close partnership with NV Energy. In academia, the power is in the numbers, in the research, and in the proof. The TMCC benchmark energy use reports from 2014 and 2018 enabled us to do just that. We've been able to track that over the last decade, we have reduced our grid-based energy consumption by 20%. And now, for you building, finance, and infrastructure folks out there, here are some numbers. We only spend $1.02 on energy per square foot. We only consume 61.9 kBTU per square foot, and we scored 72 out of 100 on the EPS Portfolio Manager. That is the proof in the numbers that we are doing it right, that our efforts towards clean, green energy are working. But it did take time. Here's a graphical representation from over a decade of our progress. Also, when NV Energy compared us to 53 other institutions nationwide, we ranked number 10 in our overall energy use index. Go TMCC! We dedicate our campus to sustainability and clean energy with the Second Nature Partnership. With this organization, we have signed the Resilience Commitment for Climate Leadership. Our president is on the steering committee, and I sit on various task forces. This partnership connects us with institutions from all across the country. On campus, our facilities department operates with an environmental lens. Specifically, with HVACR, we standardized temperatures back in 2008. We replaced boilers and pumps, replaced single-pane windows, and use Allerton for our computer program. But the work will never be done. We still have a goal of retrofitting HVAC systems in the path to eliminate greenhouse gas emissions from HCFC and HFC refrigerants. We're still waiting on the research for replacement refrigerant that is also energy efficient. TMCC clean green energy initiatives can be seen everywhere on campus. We host 4 solar arrays, wind turbines, and electric vehicle charging stations. Furthermore, we incorporate our clean energy education directly into the classrooms and into pedagogy. This presentation is focused on clean energy, but I could do a whole nother hour on our sustainability education, programming, groundskeeping, and our overall facilities as well. The TMCC sustainability initiatives have become so focused and efficient over the years that this year, 2020, we were recognized by the U.S. Department of Education with the Green Ribbon Schools Award, which honors leadership in facilities, health, and the environment. We are so proud as a sustainable campus community of our transition to clean, green energy. Thank you, and vamos verdes!
Hi, I'm Adam Pruitt, the Director of Product Management with Elemental LED. So today we're going to be talking about energy efficiency with LEDs. Who is Elemental LED? We're America's largest manufacturer of tape light and drivers. You may recognize our brand Diode LED, and we were built 13 years ago on an idea that we wanted to be easy to do business with. This resulted in an exceptional relationship with contractors, electricians, dealers, and designers. We have unparalleled customer service and support, as well as innovative products, like our award-winning Blaze LED. What is LED lighting? Well, LED stands for light emitting diode. It's a small semiconductor. As electricity travels through it, it creates light. LEDs are known to be in different form factors. You can get them large or small, and they have exceptional longevity, so they have a very long lifespan. They have high efficiency, so they're using lower power, and they're known to be excellent with color rendering. So an LED in a space is going to render colors and materials exactly as it would in natural lighting like the sunlight. So how are LEDs used? Well, they're placed on a printed circuit board. This can be rigid or flexible, and it comes in various form factors. So you can get it in large squares and small strips. It depends on what you need for the application, and that type of printed circuit board and LED can be custom manufactured to your need. So why would you choose LEDs? Well, LED technology has come a long way. So it's low maintenance, it has very effective usage of power, and numerous form factors. So where you previously couldn't put glass enclosed lights, you can use LED lights to create a different look for your space. So this has allowed architects and lighting designers to put features within their space and then use the light to highlight those features. It really has become a form of art and expression. So lighting efficiency, let's see how that works. Incandescent bulbs, we're all probably familiar with incandescent bulbs. An incandescent bulb is a filament that is used to generate light. As electricity passes through this filament, only about 10% of the light is actually generated, the rest is lost in heat. LEDs operate differently. LEDs are generating light somewhat like a filament, but they're doing it way more. LEDs are generating light somewhat like a filament, but they do it much more efficiently. So LEDs use 75% less energy and last 25% longer than a standard incandescent bulb. All right, let's look at a comparison. So if you're in your house and you're putting in an incandescent bulb, it's typically a 60-watt bulb. It lasts 1,000 hours and has about 600 lumens. Lumens is a measurement of brightness that we use in our industry. Incandescent bulbs, unfortunately, produce a lot of the heat. So the lifespan is so short because the majority of the energy is going into heat rather than light, and they are only offered in a warm color temperature. LED replacement bulbs only operate about 9 watts, and they last 50,000 hours at the same brightness level. It runs cooler, doesn't produce as much heat, and has fantastic light quality. So once again, those colors in your space are going to be rendered more like natural colors. And not only do you get great light quality, but you can customize your light color all the way from warm candlelight to cool blue light that's used in medical and commercial applications. So here's an example of traditional lighting in commercial and office spaces. Your business needs light, right? That's typically done with a T8 fluorescent fixture. These fixtures are all over the office space. They're 2 and 4 bulbs, and they run anywhere from 60 to 128 watts. If you're sitting in an office right now, you probably can look up and see one of the fixtures. So how do those fixtures compare to LED replacements? So the T8 fluorescent bulb can run anywhere 64 to 128 watts a fixture and last maybe 10 to 20,000 hours. But there's a byproduct of this. As the light is going through its life, it's reducing in color and reducing in brightness. It's also hazardous. So while you may have, broken a fluorescent tube and heard that pop, and that might have been exciting, it's actually very hazardous to the environment, and T8 bulbs need to be properly recycled. They're high maintenance, ballasts usually need to be replaced, and because the light quality is so poor, they can often cause headache and fatigue, and overall low productivity. LED replacements, on the other hand, are much lower wattage and have a much longer lifespan. They have consistent color over this lifespan, and they maintain their lumen output. They're very low maintenance, and they have high light quality as well. So as you're working in your office space, there's a less chance for fatigues and headaches as you're exposed to them, and overall productivity is increased. As well as being low quality, T8 fluorescent bulbs are actually illegal to be manufactured in the US. Any T8 bulb that you purchase at a local outlet is actually from a stockpile made many years ago. So other than light quality, let's look at some saving comparisons. So if we have a fluorescent bulb, let's just say 2 lamps, so with a ballast at 73 watts, if it's running 24 hours a day at 7 days a week, the average fixture cost is $76.28. With an LED replacement, running in the same scenario, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the average annual fixture cost is only $33.55. That's a savings of $42.73 a fixture. Now, most businesses and commercial spaces have hundreds and even thousands of these fixtures in the building, and that results in a large savings and energy efficiency over the year. LED technology has advanced exponentially, and it can be scary if you're not familiar with it. But companies like Elemental LED have put as much advancement into the installation and plug-and-play aspect of LEDs to make them very comfortable and easy to use. While you may have been apprehensive to get into LED technology, now is the best time. It's the easiest and cheapest, and it produces the best light quality that you can get. If you're interested in learning more about LED technology, contact your local lighting showroom or electrical distributor, or give us a call today at Elemental.
In a time when sustainability is reaching new levels of success, it's important to widen back and review how we are approaching green design in the Truckee Meadows and how architects integrate sustainable principles that add to the beauty, identity, and performance of a building. I'll review a series of buildings and concepts today that demonstrate creative possibilities and explain how we can learn from innovations being realized locally, in other states, and across the globe. We'll look at buildings already realized and repurposed buildings, ways to rethink solutions, and finally, encourage us to reboot our focus towards innovative solutions. Having received the grant from the City Energy Project, Reno is one of 20 pioneering cities helping to shape high-impact energy policies and programs. You can see in this figure that buildings make up the largest sector, 41%, of energy use, and therefore it has the largest impact on reducing our carbon footprint. Nevada is aimed to stand strong. It's been among the top 10 states in green building 3 times since 2010. You can see here that in 2019, the USGBC shows Colorado, Illinois, and New York making the biggest impacts in green building design. And while Reno is home to 43 LEED certified buildings representing 10.5 million square feet of space, we are still lagging behind the national average. Over 10 years ago, the Washoe County School District embraced the green building effort. The new middle school is an energy-efficient prototype. Its beauty is made up of energy-efficient glass for natural daylight and locally sourced materials. This 200,000 square foot facility is designed to meet the LEED Silver requirements. It uses the Earth's natural temperature ground source heat system that consists of 300 in-ground wells to heat and cool the building. This completely eliminates the heavy energy-consuming boiler and chiller equipment normally used. The result is a 60% savings in energy for the district as compared to the previous built middle schools. In 2010, the Desert Research Institute built the LEED Gold certified CRVB facility in Reno. It incorporates hundreds of solar panels and a measurement and verification system to monitor energy consumption. The design team used energy-efficient glass, borrowed natural light to lower electrical demand, and deep overhangs with louvers to control and filter the sun. This building has received numerous awards by the American Institute of Architects for timeless, sustainable design excellence. In 2014, the U.S. Department of Labor built a new cafeteria for the Sierra Nevada Job Corps Center. This project was awarded LEED Silver certification, and the design responds to the high desert climate of northern Nevada. It uses energy-efficient glass that reduces the lighting demand to nearly zero during the day and makes for a beautiful building on the campus. The actual energy use is monitored by the Department of Energy to quantify the benefits of incorporating sustainable strategies. That summarizes the kind of beauty and excellence sustainable design principles can offer a new construction project. Now we'll discuss the beauty in repurposing existing buildings and historic structures. Think of the number of buildings we see tired, vacant, and boarded up in our area for years. This is a nod to the past, addressing the prediction that in the next decade, 90% of our real estate projects will be adaptive reuse. Since construction and demolition debris account for some of the highest costs in terms of waste and landfills in our country, this is one of the more environmentally responsible approaches. The Riverside Hotel Casino in Reno is a great example. Built in the early 1920s, it was destined for demolition in the 90s. Then, the city of Reno sold the structure to Minneapolis-based art space for pennies on the dollar. And VanWoertBigotti architects helped to creatively transform it into artist live-work studios, salvaging its cultural beauty, eliminating more landfill, and providing much-needed low-income housing. This is the Bentley Heritage Distillery, completed in 2019. Here, we use the energy system inherent to the production of spirits. The heat generated by the distilling process is massive, so it is designed to be extracted and recycled back into the mechanical system, providing an enormous energy savings. In addition, the design team used the materials that were salvaged from the deconstruction process to create a beautiful and welcoming experience. This is a LEED Gold certified building, and it is also receiving an architectural award this year for both iconic aesthetic value and historic preservation. The next few slides will cover some additional innovative strategies on how green design can produce beautiful buildings. This project is 38 studios in Amsterdam. The beauty and innovation is in its system. With a world driven by technological advances, change is occurring at exponential rates, and buildings can't keep up with the new needs that arise. The system in this project serves the future. The building is made up of modular cubes with sustainable materials that are today serving the need for housing, and in the future, it will be removed one by one and relocated to serve a different use. It's like giant Legos. With this concept of deploying in a sort of temporary manner, buildings can be continually reconfigured, upgraded, and relocated. Ultimate flexibility is built in for the life of the components, and little to no new construction is required. This College of Environmental Science in New York is an award-winning bioclimatic design. Green design strategies are applied throughout, including recycled concrete, angled walls to address undesirable west-facing exposures, maximum daylight to reduce electrical demands, and a green roof system. And its most impressive aspect is that it's a power plant. The lower level combines heat and power to annually produce 60% of the entire campus heating needs and 20% of its electricity requirements. It uses natural gas cogeneration, biomass, photovoltaics, and solar thermal systems. This is the ultimate in energy conservation and giving back resources to the planet while creating a beautiful environment both inside and out. So, are we up for the challenge, Reno and Sparks, to go beyond the known standards of practice in green building design and learn from those who are innovating around the world? If we are open to being inspired by new strategies, we can be leaders in making healthy, beautiful buildings. And most importantly, we'll make a giant contribution to the future generations of our community. Thank you.